All right, it is 3 o'clock. Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let's stand and do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's do the roll call of members. Start.
Jessica, I think before that was the number 3, I think is public comment.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. I skipped one. So if there's anybody here that would like to participate in the public comment? Hearing none, let's go ahead and do the roll call of members.
Sarah Kaler.
Jessica Rowe. All right. And the verification of the posting of the agenda?
Pam Moore, for the record, the agenda was posted on September 19th between the hours of 8 and 11 at the locations listed on the agenda in accordance with statutes.
Thank you, Pam. So consideration and possible action regarding the approval of the agenda as submitted or revised. Would anybody like to make a motion to approve?
I'd like to, I can't get my thing. There we go. I'd like to approve the agenda as submitted.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. All right, and for our next item of business, consideration and possible action regarding the approval of the minutes of the meeting held on August 22nd, 2024. Do we have any discussion of the minutes or a need to amend them?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you, Sue. Hearing no nays, the motion carries. And let's move on to the Library Board of Trustees report. Does anybody have anything that they would like to include in the report today?
I don't.
I would first like to talk about the Library Association's fundraiser, Books, Bites, and Beverages. It was very well attended. It was super cute. I want to give a shout out to the Lions Club. I believe they catered the event, and their food was amazing, and it was so cute. It had the little, it was catered around book themes. So, my favorite, of course, was the Very Hungry Caterpillar, and it had strawberries and grapes. So, super cute. Like I said, it was well attended, food was great, and the books that they raffled off was pretty amazing.
I appreciate that, Sari. I enjoyed the event too. Was there anything else that you wanted to include in your report?
Yeah, I want to talk about Miss J. She had this, sorry about that. She had this teen, I don't know if it was a teen club, but it was all these, well, not a lot of teens, but some teens got together with Miss J, and they discussed books that they really liked. So if Miss J wasn't familiar with a certain genre of books or didn't like a certain set, she would say, okay, guys, tell me what you really like and what books that would be good for the library to get. And I thought that was really admirable, reaching out to the public and to the young public to try to get their viewpoints and everything. So that was really nice. And I talked to the new hire, Tom, and he is amazing. We got to talking about programs that he's going to implement pretty soon, and he talked about the drone program, MP3 printing, and I was super excited about all of those, not just for myself, but for my kids too, because that drones are like where it's at. So I'm very excited.
Jessica, I do have one comment. I did not attend the event. My best friend and my father died the day before, and I didn't want to see anybody.
I am so sorry to hear that, Sue, and we appreciate everything that you give to us anyway, and I thank you for that. I think in my Board of Trustees report, I love what Sari is saying about all of the energy that the library staff is putting into serving the community. From my angle, in the last several weeks, I've come over to the library several times to see the library at that time period when the middle school is coming through, and I have just been very struck by the support that the county and that the community has been giving to the youth and to our library. I think that they have all put a great deal of effort into making sure that operations are safe and that they are sustainable. And I know that that is a great deal of effort. I know that I've worked with and in conversation with our library director and in with other people to try to find a good sustainable solution for some of these things so that we can continue that service. And I think that we have been very hopeful. But I wanted Churchill County and I wanted the police department and city of Fallon to know that I personally am grateful for the work that they've been doing, and I know that the school district has been thinking about things too. So we really appreciate our partners and their support of the library. Is there anything else we want to include?
First off, I agree with that statement wholeheartedly. And I also want to give Miss Carol what you have done within the last 4 to 5 months is just incredible. Not just you, but your staff too. And I just wanted to show my appreciation to you and your staff and also the county.
I appreciate that, everybody. So this is a good time to move to the library director's report.
Thank you. I think I finally did the button right. In your packet is the statistics. They're pretty straight up. You'll notice that we have a working gate, and that is thanks to Jay, the children's librarian. She and Envisionware figured that out, which is awesome. So what you see in there in the statistics for the gate is 10 days. The other thing that we managed to get fixed is the Wi-Fi, which is the device that collects the hits to the wireless that we need for the state report, which turns around to money that comes back to us. That's been broken for a while, and our new digital information services librarian managed to get that fixed. I almost started to cry. So that's those two things are great. Does anybody have any questions about the statistics? Staff update, Tom Patterson is our new digital information services librarian. He started on September the 17th. You may recall that he is actually from Fallon. He moved away when he was like in 4th grade or something, but he's real happy to be back. And so far so good. We're working to get him trained up. And director update, Kathy Thornton accepted the position. The library director position. She will begin work on October the 14th. I actually had an email from her today, and she is pretty enthusiastic and really happy for the opportunity. And to kind of tie into that, Magdalena, our adult services librarian, is out on maternity leave. She will return on October the 14th. Tom, the digital information services, will have a month of training under his belt. So Magdalena will be back pretty much the same time that the new director starts. And I will work with the director on Monday the 14th. It's a day that we're closed. and then half a day on the 15th. I'm on vacation for the rest of that week, and then I'm going to work with her for the next 3 days of the following week, so October the 23rd will be my last day. But I think that when you consider what we've managed to accomplish in 4 months, we're fully staffed, we will be trained. I think everything lined out in a pretty darn nice way. I will say that it was not always easy, but I will tell you that HR, Chris Ross has been, and Kim, they've been pretty amazing. Everybody has been. But to get all that done in such a tight period of time, I think is commendable, and I'm grateful for that. So one of the things that I think the library board needs to start thinking about is returning to full hours of operation. It might be something you want to agendize for the next meeting. The October calendar is attached, and I think there is a correction on it. We're not doing the, I'm pretty sure we're not doing the Teentober thing this time. And then we're doing Moon Over My Town, take a picture. It's on the display where you put your books in at the book return. The programs that we are offering, 3 story times a week. Reading with Rover is monthly. We're doing a STEAM program weekly. We're doing a game night weekly. There's an elementary book club that's going on monthly. We're doing a seed library exchange, which is probably going to shut down because it's going to be winter. We've got a Spice Club. Senator Rosen's office sends a representative monthly. And we're in the process of putting up a new exhibit from the museum. That'll be up probably Monday or Tuesday, and Larry Neal's just came down. What else do I have? We have an opening on the Library Board of Trustees. That has been posted today. I'm not quite sure what the close date is on that, but thank you very much. That one's in the process, and that's a good thing too. One of the things that's not on the agenda, and I'm just going to talk about briefly, is the security issues at the library. They're ongoing, and we are in the process of, again, working on a solution with the county and various different organizations. And to that end, I would like a special Library Board of Trustee meeting to discuss that and to go over perhaps some policy changes and just kind of where we're at with that to get that lined out and get that stable. So I've got some recommended dates. October the 4th, October the 7th, October the 8th in the morning, or October the 11th.
In the morning of the 8th, how early?
Totally up to you. The dates that I put forth are ones that will fit in with Pam and the availability of the room. I guess I should say the availability of the room that Pam gave me.
Do we want to handle just kind of checking our calendars for this special session and calendar that right now?
What were the dates again?
No, the morning of the 8th or the 11th.
Both the mornings?
No, just the 8th.
Correct. So I'm hearing the 4th and the 11th, the 7th, and only the morning of the 8th, correct? So the 4th and the 11th are the best dates for me. Does anybody have a problem with those Fridays?
I can't really do the 11th. I'm going down to Arizona to take care of my grandma.
The 11th is out for me also.
Is the 4th supportive for both of you?
I can do the 4th.
It would have to be a morning meeting.
I can make a morning. So let's go ahead and
And I'm saying 8 o'clock because I have kids scheduled at the high school.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
Will 8 o'clock work for you?
Yeah, and I think actually the sooner the better, so.
That is my thinking as well. So let's go ahead and do a special meeting for the 4th with the purpose of talking about these solutions for providing support and security. Would that sound close to what you were looking for, Carol? I do think that there is, while we have received a great deal of support from the county and our partners, I think that there is a call for us at the library to really put in some thinking and to put in a solution for this, especially since we've got new employees coming on and we've got people that need to come in, and they should not be tasked with solving this problem if we have the ability to help advise at this time. So I think that the 4th
So
would be a
what's
good
my
time.
understanding? The agenda will be, we work on it as a group, or Carol, are you going to bring us a plan?
I'm going to bring you a plan, and
Okay,
then I'll bring you something to work with.
okay. I would like you to look at other districts, and I've called a couple. Students are not allowed, if they're like from 7 to 14, to enter a library without an adult. And I can tell you that what I see going on at our high school on a Friday night, kids are riding their scooters in, they're very disruptive, there's no adult. A lot of districts around our state have policy, as Douglas County does, that if you don't come in through that gate with an adult, you may not come in.
I don't want to get too deep in the weeds with you, except I want to tell you that the libraries are not high schools. It's a whole different ball of wax. And that's why we need a special meeting, and I'll bring you a plan, and we'll talk about it on that date, if that works for you.
It works for me, but you also need to know the same students you're dealing with, middle school kids, has been a real problem. Thank you.
I appreciate those comments, and I also appreciate that we have not agendized this topic for us today. So I hear the call, and I think that we're all on the same page, that a sustainable solution to be able to offer safe access to the public is something that we really ought to be thinking about. So we'll do that at 8 o'clock on Friday the 4th. Do we need a motion for that or to schedule?
No, I don't think we need a motion to schedule it. It can just
Okay.
be set.
All right, so we'll just put that into our calendar. And then the other thing that I'm hearing is to agendize the discussion of a return to full operation now that we have full staff, and so to touch on those hours in the next meeting. And so
The next regular meeting.
the next regular meeting, correct.
Which will be the 24th. Yeah, that'll be October the 24th.
Correct. Is there anything else that we need to cover in your report, Carol?
No, unless anybody has any questions.
Hearing none and feeling pretty good about that piece, let's move on to our new business. We've got our date and time and everything else taken care of. So consideration and possible action regarding approval of the monthly budget report for August 2024.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the budget of August 2024.
Do we have any discussion that we need to do on this? Or are you comfortable seconding the motion?
I'm comfortable seconding the motion.
Thanks, Trustee Sari. So we've got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. So the motion carries. Consideration and possible action regarding the approval of the library gift fund report. Is there any discussion that we need to carry for that before we make a motion?
This is just like the last time. There's been no funds expended, so it's pretty much the same with a tiny bit of addition of interest.
Excellent. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve the library gift fund report.
I'll
Thank you.
second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, the motion carries. And the last item of new business is a consideration and possible action regarding the approval of the closing of the library on November 30th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. To my understanding, this is standard. We do this
Yeah,
traditionally,
this is something that
correct?
was in place before I got here. Thanksgiving clearly is a holiday, the day after is a holiday. Saturday, the library would normally be open. And traditionally, the library board has approved not working on Saturday. People make it up on different days, and it makes a nice holiday vacation for staff, knowing full well that we are public servants and we're there to serve the public. This is not something that we ask for. I certainly ask for lightly, because I totally get that this is really a special thing. And we ask for it every year.
I'd like to make a motion that the library is closed November 30th.
I'll second that motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. The motion carries. And I approve of it, too. The staff works very hard, and it's good to be able to give them that break. So we are now to our second opportunity for public comment. Is there anybody that would like to take the opportunity to comment on the record? Hearing none, we are ready to call for an adjournment. So we can adjourn at 3:21. Thank you.
Thank you.